extra sloppy. I like just
Extra sloppy. This is it. We're starting. It's Billy Madison.
Oh, we're a go. All right.
We're going. If you don't cut it out, I'm going to turn this goddamn bus around. Bill, you told us to watch. You told us. You tasked us to watch Billy Madison and see if it held up.
Yes. So
because there's a wrestler in it. Not a wrestler, but there's a wrestling character, Revolting Blob.
So yes, as we've said last week and again yesterday, it was has Adam Sandler ever been funny, or we just thought it was funny because we were kids? And this came out in '95, which is earlier than I thought. We were only 10 when this came out. It was PG-13, even though I don't know if it would retain that these days.
I don't think so.
But yeah, so this is one of the two movies that made Adam Sandler into like the movie company. I mean, he named his company Happy Madison after this and Happy Gilmore. So we dive right in with Billy Madison, aka Adam Sandler, hanging out in a pool with his two friends, Norm Macdonald and the other guy,
who I always thought was
Artie Lang.
Artie Lang, but it's not.
Nope. It's not.
That's a weird, like, Sinbad is in a movie, whatever the hell those things are called, where you think something's real. It's not.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Sinbad is in...
It was in Kazam.
Yeah.
Sinbad was also in a Kazam-like movie, yeah. Well, I thought Artie Lang was in this movie.
Yeah, no. So they're just sitting by the pool, dead drunk in the middle of the afternoon, and Billy Madison says, like, I had something important going on today. I can't remember. I wish I could remember what it was. And then he remembers.
That's right.
It's Nudie Magazine Day.
Nudie Magazine Day, of course. Nudie Magazine Day. Nudie Magazine Day.
Remember that back in the day when it wasn't just on the internet? They had actual magazines.
You had to actually get a magazine from a store?
Oh, yeah. I always got my magazines from the store.
You didn't have a subscription to Drunk Chicks?
Yeah. Drunk Chicks. Drunk Chicks. What was the granny one?
It was something over 80, I think.
Over 80.
So he hops in his golf cart, and then this is where, for like the first chunk of the movie, he really is just a terrible person. Like, he's very clearly driving over every flower along the way on purpose.
Yeah.
He's swerving out of his way to hit all the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes and gets his magazines, and then he sees the penguin. He just sees a giant penguin in the middle. And this, Marie, I imagine, is one of the ones that didn't quite hit for you.
No, I thought the first 10 minutes of the movie are terrible. I hated every minute of it.
I still enjoy the penguin.
Why? Why does he see a penguin? Are they high? Did they take mushrooms?
He's so drunk.
He's so drunk.
So drunk he sees a penguin?
This is clearly something he sees all the time, though. This is not like just right now.
Right.
Oh, so sorry to interrupt.
He's also doing the voice for the first 12 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
The stupid voice.
He goes in and out of it in here.
Yeah.
At least in this, though, it's not like his full character. It's just when he's super drunk or whatever.
He eventually gives it up, and that's when the movie gets better.
It's too damn hot to be just walking around here. I gotta send you back to the South Pole.
You really could do the whole thing, huh?
Yeah, I can do way too much of this movie. It was just
you're on Major League 2 levels with this movie? Is that what you're saying?
Every time this is on Comedy Central, we would watch it. Like, me and my brother.
It's very good. Well, it was very good. And we'll see if it holds.
Yeah,
we'll see. He ends up following the penguin, runs over more flowers, and then passes out drunk in the doorway where his father, who is the insanely rich hotel owner, I guess, has his business associates on the way in. So they have to essentially walk over him and go into their meeting, and then the head maid, I guess.
Oh yeah, her. I totally forgot about her.
Oh, so funny.
Go get ready. You have to come to dinner. So we see him actually in the bathtub. Shampoo is better. I go in first and I clean the hair.
No, conditioner is better.
This did not land for me either.
I
thought this was funny as a kid. Yeah. Did not land for me now.
See, you know what? I was a little inebriated, So,
And there
that
it is.
doesn't count. Then that doesn't.
Well,
count.
Yeah,
yeah,
this is not fair. Then you're on steroids. You're on comedy movie steroids. Come on.
but still, I wasn't just like
Were
not
you
like
cracking up on conditioner is better?
No, I actually wasn't.
So we see the business associates downstairs, and they're essentially the two that we see throughout the movie are Eric and Carl. And Eric, at this point, is doing the right thing and saying, you can't possibly hand the hotel over to your son. He's
Right.
an idiot. And there's 60,000 people that you employ that are depending on this. He's being just a good, responsible businessman.
Correct. You can't do this.
And then Billy Madison comes down, joins the dinner. He is not dressed for business.
No.
And he slurps at
So,
his soup very loudly. And his father, Brian, essentially says, like, yeah, I guess you're right, Eric. I can't turn the business over to him.
his father, played by the dad from A Christmas Story, same guy.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Darren McGavin.
Oh.
Yes,
Yes,
Darren,
yes.
yes.
So I just watched The West Wing like earlier this year for the very first time, and I always was wondering why the one guy looked familiar. It's
Yeah,
because it's Eric from this movie.
Bradley Whitford.
Yep.
Okay.
Excellent weasel bad guy.
Yeah.
So after everything breaks up, he basically tells Billy, I'm not giving you the hotel, which doesn't so much upset him until he says, I'm giving control of the hotel to Eric. Yeah. Which then Billy basically is like, no, you can't give it to him. Like, I don't even care if you give it to me. He's a jerk. Don't give him the business.
Mhm.
But so far in this movie, he's actually not a bad guy.
And then his dad is like, what does he say? He says like, oh shit. No, keep going. I forgot.
He just says, like, you've been a failure your whole life. Like,
Oh,
I paid
yeah,
your
yeah.
way all the way through high school, and I hope when
Yeah,
you get to college, you would actually try.
I've been cooking the books for you all this time. Like, you're
Yeah.
not actually
Yeah.
smart at all.
And he's like, well, what do you mean since high school? And he basically says, like, no, the whole time. And it's like,
Remember that spelling bee
Spelling
in first
bee?
grade?
rock
Oh.
are okay.
He also says like,
Oh, the
what
C
the
is silent.
what the fuck do you care? You're drunk all day and you're still going to get the money. So why do you
Yeah.
even care?
Yeah.
Which is a good point.
Yeah. So he says, so then Billy's like, well, wait. Like, I can prove to you, Dad, that I can do this. So he's like, I'll go back to school. I'll do every grade from first grade all the way through and show you that I'm not an idiot. He says, I'll do it in 2 weeks. And for some reason, Dad is like, yeah, okay. That sounds reasonable.
That's completely reasonable.
I like a weird challenge. Sure.
Yeah. And he's got the money, obviously, so he can make – and then when they go to start, the principal basically says, like, yeah, he basically paid to have Billy come back here.
Yeah.
So then now he's got 2 weeks to pass first grade. Then he'll have to do the same thing with second, and so on and so forth. And we see him in the kitchen getting ready. He's mad at the maid because he doesn't have a snack pack
Snack
for his
pack.
lunch.
Or a snack pack.
And wouldn't she say you can stay home and do something with me?
Yeah.
That's
snack
later,
pack.
though.
She
Yeah.
said, you're my snack pack. Or
I
something
thought
like
Yeah.
I thought I was your snack pack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He goes,
that's right.
"You're so weird."
Yeah. Oh, when we gloss over him dancing to Culture Club after on the staircase.
Yeah.
He sure
That's
does.
weird.
Yeah. Like, out of nowhere for-
Yeah, this is a
And
good
then it just
part.
goes away. And then that's it.
Yeah.
So we go to first grade where we meet Miss Lippy, who is super weird hippie lady,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and he is bad at making a snowman. He seems to fail his first assignment. We meet the youngest of the O'Doyles.
Right.
O'Doyle, because she kicks him out to go play dodgeball.
Yeah. And he gets eliminated and comes back in, and she's like, "This is my time." When she's doing the
Yes.
weird, like
The weird
yoga
dance.
dance thing.
Yes. So then
But-
this is actually I
Yeah.
think is hilarious. He goes back out
Yes.
and O'Doyle throws a ball at him again, and he just palms
catches
it.
it.
He's like,
Yeah.
you all
Pass the
are
ball.
in very big trouble.
One thing about this movie that is excellent, and there wasn't enough of probably, is him beating up kids in sports. Like, there's
Yeah.
another scene where he plays basketball and he just keeps blocking the one kid over and over again.
When he actually decides to be an adult among the children.
Yes.
I love when
You can't leave me open like that. I'm gonna hit it all day.
he's crushing them in dodgeball and talking trash in basketball. It's so fun.
Yeah. So he beats them in that, and then we see him coloring the duck blue, and he tells Miss Slippy, I drew the duck blue because I'd never seen a blue duck, and I wanted to see one.
Well, that's quacktastic.
Wasn't that someone's
Very good blue duck.
wasn't that someone's yearbook quote from our class?
God,
Oh,
So I think somebody had that as a yearbook quote, the blue duck thing.
So he passes first grade. So obviously he throws a party and invites all the first graders over to his mansion.
Yeah. Great.
And
I love, all the parties are great. All the party scenes are so fun.
A clown falls and busts his head and he's bleeding
Dies.
everywhere.
which I really I'm like I just barely understanding why he was bleeding from the mouth
Because he fell
when I
from
was
such
a
a high
child.
height.
Yes,
Is he supposed to be dead?
yes.
As he talks about in his song later.
just got a hemorrhage in my head.
Good.
Oh, fuck.
We go to second grade where he has to pass a spelling bee. He wins a spelling bee to pass. And he spells couch C-O-R. He goes, are you going to the mall later? This is what I'm asking you.
The mall later? No, I'm not.
He lets him get away with that, too.
Yeah.
Come on.
She does.
He wins a second grade spelling bee and declares himself to be the smartest man alive. There's another party where the not Norm MacDonald, but the other friend is just spraying kids in the face with a hose.
Yeah, oh my god. Like, why are you doing this to me? Why?
And then is this the party where one of the kids is just sitting on the nozzle also?
Yes.
I thought that was the first party, but okay. It might be the second one.
Doesn't he do it at some point, too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Billy Madison
Yeah.
is sitting on the
Yeah,
nozzle
Billy
at some
does.
point. He's like, ooh, it is good.
We go to third grade, and this is where he has already met Miss Vaughn, the teacher.
Right.
Now she's his teacher.
Business picks right up here.
Yep. Because he loves her.
Man, I had a massive crush on her as a 10-year-old.
Oh,
and still,
yeah.
she's
Oh yeah.
absolutely gorgeous. She did. I looked her up after this, though.
Bridget
She didn't
Wilson.
really do very
Radical
much.
fool. No.
She was on, like, soap operas and stuff, and then, like, was
She
in
was
a
in
couple.
Last Action Hero,
Yeah, she was in a couple movies here and there, but really hasn't
and she was
done a
Sonya
ton.
Blade in the Mortal Kombat movies.
Oh, yeah.
That's
she was.
right.
Watched that movie a lot as a kid.
Yep. Watch that one.
Does that count as a wrestling movie?
There's probably a wrestler in there somewhere.
Goro's probably played by Andre the Giant.
Yeah, but the thing I remember most about this movie is having a massive crush on Veronica Vaughn. Was it
Oh,
Veronica Vaughn? What's her name?
Want to touch the hiney? Oh,
With a sweet piece of ace.
God.
So yeah, a lot happens in the third grade. First, she basically
So
says
much.
like, "You're an idiot. You're a terrible person. Like, I hate that you get to do this. Like, don't mess
Also,
with me, or
like-
I will fail you."
You're a massive distraction to the kids that are actually here trying to learn stuff.
Today, Junior. He yells at a kid who's stuttering.
While he's trying to read, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So then she
man.
yanks him out by the ear and yells at him.
Are
He
you a
gets his friend,
psychopath?
is it Frankie, to like call her on the phone and ask if
Yeah.
she would ever date
Ernie.
Yes.
Ernie.
Ernie. Would you ever date anyone from class?
Do you have a crush on anyone in class? You blew it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that like those little quotes there that just pop up. Like,
Yep.
I totally forgot that was from this movie, and people say that shit all the time.
Yeah. We get to go on a field trip in third grade as well, where we go to see the old lady in the farm.
Yeah, is this the best part of the movie? Chris Farley might be my favorite part of the movie. Chris
Yeah.
Farley, bus driver.
Who he then, importantly, Chris Farley gets mad at the students and he's eating a banana and he throws the peel out the window
Right.
and just lands in the road.
Because he eats all their bag lunches while they're at the
Yeah. With
It's
the other two
with another
friends.
guy. Yeah.
With Norm Macdonald and
Oh.
another friend.
Another
Right.
guy.
Right. He eats all their bag. What is it? Who would eat 37 bag lunches?
And you just see them laughing and eating. While they're on the farm, we get the old lady going, is anyone even listening to me? But then at one point they have to get back on the bus because Chris Farley's eating all their food, but Ernie is like facing the wall and won't walk away. So Adam Sandler walks up to him and is like, did you fall in love with the wall? What's going on here? And we see that Ernie has peed in his pants. So he's like, all right, hold on, I got this. And he goes over to like a fountain and basically puts water over his pants. And then the kids make fun of him for peeing his pants. He's like, yeah, when you're my age, everyone pees their pants. You're not the coolest unless you pee your pants. The old lady in the background goes, if peeing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis.
The beginning of weird old ladies in Adam Sandler movies.
And she also talks about the Sasquatch or Bigfoot or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bigfoot line is funny.
I tell you,
Oh,
who ate
good.
those lunches.
Yes.
It's that fucking Sasquatch. A damn Sasquatch, I think is what she says.
So now they go to get
Fuck
back
in
on the
this
bus.
movie. Somebody says fuck in this movie, right?
I think we get one.
We get one fuck in this movie, don't we?
Yeah.
I think we do. So we get
You know who she's married to?
Old lady?
No, Veronica Vaughn.
Yeah, Pete Sampras.
Yeah.
really.
What?
Yes.
Pete Sampras.
Pete Sampras.
There you go. It was like he was the hot dude tennis player at the time.
Oh yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So 30 kids get back on the bus. It must have been the smelliest bus ride of all time because they've all
That's
now peed
like
their pants.
highly dangerous to tell kids it's okay to pee their pants all the time.
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
dangerous move right there.
Oh, we're not talking about when what's this called? When we meet
Chris
the
Farley.
principal. No, the principal.
Oh,
Oh.
yes.
And
He's
he substitute teacher
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
for Valentine's Day.
for Valentine's Day, and he sends him
He sends Billy a Valentine. Yes.
I am horny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you horny?
P.S. I'm horny.
Yeah.
Yes, I am horny.
The Chris Farley part where they get back on the bus and he's like, he looks up
classic.
that whole
And
thing is so funny.
Veronica Vaughn.
And you imagine.
Well,
He and
I
I
know
got
from
it
experience.
on.
oh,
Oh.
No, you
No,
don't.
you didn't.
No, they didn't.
Well, I know a guy. No, you don't.
No, you didn't.
Well, you can imagine if
Well,
they
if I
did,
did.
though.
Yeah, bus? Cool, great, grand. No yelling on the bus.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
He reminded me. Remember that one? There was a one-man trip we took where Mike was driving the minivan and he was yelling at us, and that reminded me of Chris Farley.
Well, that needed
Yelling
to
at
be
children. It needed to happen.
I need
But that is when Mike told us he would slit all of our throats. Even though it was mostly one guy.
Yeah, it was mostly one
I'll
guy.
slit all your throats.
He would have been the first throat slit.
Oh, that reminded me. Angry Chris Farley bus driver reminded me of Mike driving the van
Yeah.
going to a Buffalo Bills game. Yeah.
We basically move quickly through the other grades, except for the storyline that right away, for some reason, Miss Vaughn is sort of falling for him.
That was quick.
Insane.
yeah. She went from hating him to loving him.
Yeah, by like the party.
Because he pretended to pee his pants.
Yes.
She
'cause
loves
then
him
we do
at.
the
She
scene.
does love him at the party. She makes
At
moves.
the third grade party, she's like, you have your third grade teacher alone in your tent.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
do you want to do? And he's like, all right, well, I need a 9-iron and some ice
Yes.
cubes.
Yeah.
And they go to kiss, and Carl walks in. And that's when we get the other line.
Yeah.
So good to see you.
You
Thanks,
Carl.
Carl.
Thank you, Carl.
good to see you.
But he basically says, hey, I heard Eric talking, and he's like going to try to steal the company from you. He did his weasel laugh.
Oh yeah, how's that go again?
I love
Yeah,
Carl.
that's it.
What a great character.
And then he opens Billy opens that like porta potty filled with porno.
yeah.
Oh, please ignore that.
Yeah,
It came with the tent.
yeah, it came with the tent.
I like how his tent, because he moves outside because it's too distracting to live inside. So he
Yeah.
moves to the tent so he can study. And the whole tent is like, oh, this is not like his old self. Like he's got all kinds of
Got like
books and
violins and stuff.
maps
Yeah.
and all kinds of shit in there. And then you open that and it's like this one thing that he still has porn. It's just hidden in his bathroom.
But yeah, so we move basically straight to high school from 3rd grade, except for the one scene where he's beating the 6th grade boys or whatever at basketball.
Yeah.
Blocking
Yeah.
shots and taunting them for not guarding
Awesome.
him.
The best.
Which isn't he actually? I mean, not good, but isn't he like a decent basketball player?
He's a pretty
Yeah.
decent basketball player for a celebrity.
He
He's not
always,
Justin. He's no Justin Bieber or like the old was it the Secretary of Education that was a really good basketball player?
Yeah.
But it's decent.
Yeah.
Wasn't Nelly pretty good too?
Yeah, Nelly was good.
Because he used to do like the things where they played softball or whatever. I remember somebody saying that Nelly is the best non-athlete athlete in the world. That like he can do anything.
Oh, and the
He played
MTV
football.
like the MTV things.
Yeah, and I guess him and Bobby Knight used to be like good pals. Like they would get together and just talk shop.
Him and Bobby Knight.
Yeah, him and Bobby Knight.
That's
Nelly,
it.
Nelly and
Knight.
Bobby Knight were friends.
They would just get together and talk about sports.
Weird
Wow.
duo.
Yep.
Yeah, that is.
So we get to high school, and so now he's back to high school where he was king. So he shows
Yes.
up in what I thought actually is still a pretty cool car.
Yeah.
Wearing
REO
Billy-
Speedwagon.
no, it wasn't a Speedwagon. It was the
Oh,
Stroke. by,
the Stroke. Right. He's
Billy-
wearing.
Billy Squire.
Billy Squire. Thank
He's
you.
wearing an REO Speedwagon shirt
Yes, yes.
while he sits on his car.
It's
This
just
was-
a nice car.
Very funny because nobody likes REO Speedwagon.
But
In
yeah, so he shows up
1995.
because he's super cool, and everyone just thinks he's a loser. And we go straight into his biology class where he's cracking jokes.
More
And
like Borophyll.
chlorophyll, more like
chlorophyll.
chlorophyll. And the girl's like, "Don't talk to me." No, I will not make out with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, with you.
We got Mr. Chlorophyll up there talking about God knows what.
And that girl that he's talking to, who is a 9th grader, does come up one more time in the movie, and it's weird now in 2020.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, but that's not till later.
Okay.
Oh yes, yes she does. Yes.
But so he like is in 9th grade. Nobody likes him. One of the O'Doyles dumps food on his head
Yep.
in the cafeteria, and he's with 2 other kids who say like, "You're a loser now," and they're like not even trying to be mean to him. Like, we were the losers until you got here. Now they just pick on you.
Right. We're glad you're here.
He goes back to 3rd grade during like a study hall or whatever, and he's like, "Yeah, I just wanted to like come check in on you guys." And then we get the scene behind Ryan here.
Oh, so
I
fun.
love
And
this
he's
scene.
like, I can't wait till I get to high school.
Yeah,
And
this
he
kid.
shakes his face.
This
Don't
cute,
ever grow up.
He
this
makes his
cute
face
little
do
kid.
The truffle shuffle with his face.
Yeah. He shakes his face. Don't you ever say that. That kid has a giant rat tail, too. Did you know that?
Yes.
Comes out of the
he
back
does.
of his hat.
Yes.
I love that part. That was funny. So funny.
But basically, he says like he's gonna
Stay
just
here. Never leave.
and he's gonna like just quit. And then this is where, at this point, Eric is also starting to work with. He's trying to get the principal from the school to be like to help.
He's
him get rid of
blackmailing
Bill
him. Yeah.
Madison.
Right.
I don't think have we yet had the actual like conversation.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
at another party where he cornered him in a
Right. He
in
has
the
to, he's just
kitchen.
like
Yes.
flippers on and he has to go to the bathroom.
Yes, he's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm just reading this old wrestling magazine, The Revolting Blob.
Basically, he's like, yeah, you sat on a dude's face until he suffocated and died.
He was
So
supposed
the-
to pinch me.
You're supposed to pinch my
Supposed to
leg.
pinch my leg.
The face he
do
makes
this.
though when Eric says
Yes, that's right.
when Eric says the revolting blob.
Very funny.
This is another one where it's like I thought this was what's his name there? Newman.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it should have been Newman, but it wasn't. It was
It
just
was
a
not,
random
yeah.
dude.
So essentially, while he's like not getting on very well in high school, Eric gets the principal to come on and say like, he paid me. It was like $1,500 or something like that to just like say that he passed, and so he didn't really pass. So Billy Madison is like confronts Eric and his dad, and his dad's like, we're done here.
You lost.
Eric gets the company, and so he goes out. He's like, whatever. Like at this point, he gets mad and he goes out and gets real drunk with his friends.
We
And
never
then
talked about him putting the poop on the guy's front porch either, did
No,
we?
we didn't.
Yeah, so I thought that was here. Was that earlier?
Yeah, that
At the
was
beginning,
early.
he does that, doesn't
He does, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, when they light a bag of poop on fire on a guy's porch, and then he opens the door and he's like, "That's on fire!" And
Don't
you
tell
just
me
hear his
my
wife go,
business.
"Don't step on it in your boots." Don't.
He has
tell me
just
my
underwear and
business,
boots
devil.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's poop again.
It's poop again.
He called the shit poop.
That's
They do it again here when he gets drunk the second time, right?
No, this time he goes to Veronica's.
Oh.
Yeah, and he
And the
basically says,
penguin's there.
we're on a date. We're gonna go like light poop, and she's like, "No, you and your friends can come in here and light poop in my living room if you want. But like, you got to knock this off." And then yes, he sees the penguin. I see what's going on here.
So sorry to
Sorry.
interrupt.
Goddamn
And then he
voice.
turns around and he's like, "It's a boys' night." So they all get real drunk, and Veronica Vaughn shows up the next day, and just beats the crap out of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Punches him in the face, throws him in the pool, and like drowns him almost. And then we get a nice little musical scene.
And then a song.
Yep.
Oh well, wait. We passed the part where he calls. We get a terrific ELO.
Oh, yeah. He calls
yes.
Steve Buscemi.
Calls Steve Buscemi
Because
to "Hello" by ELO.
because of the losers, Veronica's like, you should maybe call and be
Yeah,
like
it doesn't feel so
apologize
good, right?
Yeah.
to the for being an asshole in high school. So he's like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. So he calls Steve Buscemi.
Yep. And
Who was
Steve
like-
Buscemi's
Takes him off
yeah.
of his kill list.
Yeah.
Yes, who
On the
takes him
phone,
off.
he's like, "Yeah, no big deal. Don't worry about it."
He's very
And then-
normal. And then
He crosses him off the kill list and then puts lipstick on.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And then
to
just-
ELO.
Yep.
He's very important too. He comes
Yeah.
back.
He does. Yeah, so she beats him up. They sing a nice, fun song about how she has a nice rack.
All right.
And he's going to, like, rededicate himself. And then the kids, the third graders, show up at the principal's house and basically make him recant his story.
Right.
So then he goes back to his dad and says, like, "See, look, it wasn't my fault." And his dad's like, "Well, it's too late now anyways." So then he challenges Eric to a school-off.
Academic
This is-
decathlon.
Yeah.
Yes. After
You
he
versus
sees the
me.
picture of Bruce Jenner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, now Caitlin.
right.
So he says, like, we'll just compete, and whoever does better gets the company. And Eric, like an idiot, accepts the challenge because he's like, there's no way he can beat me in school stuff.
He graduated from Harvard, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we see them studying. We get Veronica taking off a piece of clothes every time he gets something right.
Ooh, yeah.
This is a scene that was rewound many times.
However, he eventually gets something wrong. And
Yep.
so she puts clothes back on. He then later gets the question right, but this time it's Chris
Yeah.
Farley who's taking the clothes off.
Yeah. Why? Why is he there? We don't know, but
That is correct.
Spanish Armada, by the way.
Oh, yes. What year was the Spanish Armada?
he gives like
1462,
12 dates.
63, 1475. Please, dear God, don't.
Please stop.
So we get a montage of some of the events. Billy wins a chemistry one because pulling a boot out of a pot counts.
He cheats.
apparently.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
cheats.
But then we find
I'm
out that
surprised.
Eric,
I'm surprised Eric beat him in a race.
yeah, Eric is like second team All-American
Because
sprinter
he was
apparently.
a great sprinter.
But then apparently he gets pushed off a bench and everybody can see his balls.
Yes. Balls.
Eric can play the violin very well. Happy cannot play. Or Happy. Billy cannot play
Yeah.
the clarinet at all.
Nope. I love how
Yes.
deep around the clarinet mouth he puts
Yes.
he puts
Yeah.
it like
Oh,
halfway down
deep.
his throat.
So deep.
We get to see them act, and they're doing Shakespeare. Eric does okay reading from the play, but then Billy takes it to the next level, gets in costume, and
Yeah.
And okay,
presses a skull.
And does the
He-
voice.
but like,
To die.
does he act that much
Lead?
better than what's his name than Eric was? Or
The teacher
Obviously.
seems to think
I think
so.
you can argue that Billy lost this and was
Yeah.
bailed out at the end. Because he loses a lot of these.
Well, going into the final event, though, he's up by 1.
Yeah,
So
but we
Eric
don't know
gets to
how.
win. Yeah, we don't know how.
It's off
Oh,
screen.
no. That's right.
So the last one, though, is they have to basically give like a lecture on a given topic. They have to not even really a debate, but they have to do public speaking.
There's like that board. Is this where that
Yes.
board of stuff is?
Yes, my wife the tramp and all
Yeah.
this stuff. Because
This guy, who is this guy? He randomly
That-
just shows up and
That guy is a famous writer for SNL, and he wrote a bunch of funny shit. What did he write?
he randomly pops up in the movie and talks to the press or somebody about what's going to happen. And he starts
James
talking.
Downey.
Have any of you? Oh, is this the dude who did the thoughts?
Maybe.
random
those-
thoughts.
Those random thought skits?
Maybe.
I think that was him.
He's been literally writing forever for them.
Well, he just randomly pops up and starts dropping bombs about how his wife is cheating on him, and
Yeah,
that
and stuff,
that
yeah.
becomes a part of the board, like you said.
One of the ones on the board that I keep on wanting to call him Happy for some reason, that Billy Madison wants to get is burning dog poo and the human response. I should have pulled up the quote though. So Billy ends up getting challenged to give something about literature in the Industrial Revolution,
Right.
and so he gives this whole big thing about
The book he read in kindergarten or
the
whatever.
first grade book about
grade.
Yes.
losing
The
your
puppy,
dog.
the puppy who lost his way.
Yeah. And he gives this big thing about how America was the puppy, but then they find it and this and that. And the principal was just like, I wish this is the quote that I pulled up. It's
I
like,
can.
I have it. Mr.
gotta have
Madison, what you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you ever close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to this. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I love that. It's like, you could have just said no, but
No, but okay.
but I love that everyone in this room is dumber for having heard it.
Yes.
So all we need is a good answer from Eric, and he at least ties. So Billy chooses for him business ethics.
Oh, shit.
Someone in the position that he's in could speak for at least 5 minutes on business.
Could
ethics.
fake it. Could fake it. Yeah,
But he's such a bad guy. Instead of answering the question, he pulls a gun,
of course.
as you do,
He sees the writing on the wall. He's going to lose, so he pulls a gun.
and he starts threatening to shoot everyone. And then we hear a shot go off, and it's a second shooter in the back of the room.
First, we get the wrestler, the Revolting Blob, coming
Oh, yes.
out, saving him.
Revolting
Right.
Bob comes out and jumps on him in full costume,
Right.
and then
Yes.
Steve Buscemi shoots him in the butt, waves to Happy, and then walks away, and no one seems to mind. This is very clearly pre-Columbine.
That guy just shot somebody
Yeah.
with a sniper
Yes.
rifle.
And then just walks back out. And Happy says, I did it again. Billy says, boy, am I glad I called that guy.
Yes. Of all the people to apologize to.
So he wins. We move on to the graduation ceremony, where he basically says, I don't want to handle the company. I don't think I should do that. Carl instead, the good business partner.
Yeah.
Carl's going to run the business now, and I'm going to go to college and become a teacher, which clearly he won't actually do, but
No.
fun thought. And then we get everyone starts making out with everyone.
Yes.
Right.
Like I think it's the clown and Miss Lippy, maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
The Penguin and Chris Farley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right.
Which the
Norm
Penguin
Macdonald.
starts jerking off Chris Farley.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
I
forgot about that.
Norm Macdonald and the Lunch Lady.
Yeah. Oh,
Flopper
yeah.
Joe.
We never talked about her
We
either.
did
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Yeah, we did forget about
You're
the
scaring
Flopper Joe.
us, lady.
What's
And then
what's the video? Oh, Mortal Kombat is the best game ever. No, I feel
disagree.
like I disagree.
Mortal Kombat is a very good game. However, I think that Donkey Kong is a better game.
Yes.
And then the other friend turns to
Sucks.
try to make out with
Sucks.
the 15-year-old girl from this freshman
Yes.
class.
Oh yes. Okay.
And she thankfully she's grossed out by it, but you could not put that scene in the movie these 25 years later.
No. Nope. Wow. Billy Madison.
What a movie.
I still had fun with it. It wasn't, I would say, as funny as I remember it being,
It's
but it was
still
still very
pretty funny for a big chunk of it, though.
Yeah, I
There were still
I
some
enjoyed it
good
again.
parts. Yeah, there were still some good parts.
It's most definitely like I would love to see it with fresh eyes. Because,
Right.
Like
that
I
was
said,
it's
after-
such a part of our
I
childhood.
know. After watching it and being like, my God, like I just
And-
remember every single beat of this movie.
And
Everything.
the same thing we were talking about with Hubie Halloween, where 10-year-olds get to listen and watch some of this shit they're not supposed to see, is exactly what's happening in this movie.
Yeah.
When we were
Yeah.
10. And part of the reason we probably loved it, because it's like, ooh, we're not supposed to talk about nudie magazines, but we know what that
There's
is.
nothing fun and really like that in Hubie Halloween, is there?
No.
I was like,
We-
there's not to that level, but there's some stuff in there, like the muff diving shirts and all that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
We forgot to talk about the Doyle's falling off.
Dying.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So the Doyles, yeah, that
Doyle
each of them make
rules.
fun of him throughout school, and then they're in a station wagon
The whole family,
chanting O'Doyle rules together,
As
like you do in a car
die.
with your family.
and they slip on the banana peel that Chris Farley threw in the road.
A car slips on a banana peel
And
Which
the
is very
car
funny.
careens off a cliff
and it explodes, and
and
they all
explodes
die.
as they continue chanting O'Doyle rules all the way down.
But their line survives because O'Doyle's
Yeah.
are in Hubie Halloween.
There's obviously still
Must
a
be a
Doyle.
cousin. Yeah.
Yeah, distant O'Doyle cousins.
Like that's funny. Just a car slipping on a banana peel and careening off a cliff. Like that's
So
funny.
a couple of the options to choose from on that board were My Wife the Tramp, My Spouse is Sleeping Around, and I Married Common Street Trash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
What
I had
did
a-
you give
wait,
it? What
The
did you rate
Needle
this movie?
Point.
Oh geez, I don't think I did. I'll do
Ooh,
Hold
a
on.
live rating?
I will give Billy Madison.
Oh, another live rating. Okay,
Another
do
one.
that. Then I have a thing.
Billy
Oh, okay.
Madison. I think wow.
I'd say 4.
I will give it a 3.5.
All right.
think that's
fair. That's fair.
I think
Its
that's
average rating on this site is a 3.0 exactly.
Wow.
And
For
for
an
many of the
average rating?
people,
Okay.
many of the people I follow gave it 3.5, 4, 5 stars from someone.
wow.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
you can follow people on that thing too?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm
like-
gonna go on there and make a shadow account, and then just rate the movies you hate 5 stars, and then just drive you,
You can,
nuts.
like I just follow like film critics that I follow and stuff.
I'm
and,
gonna
like,
become a fake film critic and just start rating things.
like other like some comedians I follow.
I think you're up next, Mike. So I don't know.
RoboCop.
right? Okay.
Oh,
All right.
RoboCop.
Where is that
Okay.
available to us?
It is on Amazon Prime.
Okay. I have one thing before we move on to RoboCop. The top quote of this movie. What, in your opinion, is the top quote of this movie? because there's so many.
There are so many.
I have a list from Screen Rant. Their top 10. I can run that down if you want.
Yeah, run.
Kind of a weird list. 10. May God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
9. Sorry, doesn't put Triscuit crackers in my stomach. Now does it, Carl?
That's again.
From
That's,
Eric.
Because Eric's hungry,
Yeah.
and he
Yes.
says like, "Oh, I had Triscuits in the car."
yeah,
Chlorophyll, more like Borophyll.
I feel like that should be up there.
Stop looking at me, Swan, is 7.
Stop looking at me,
Sure.
Schwan.
Don't tell me my business, Devil Woman, is 6.
Yeah, I didn't know that was from this movie.
You ain't
Yeah.
cool unless you pee your pants is 5.
Okay.
Seems awfully low. O'Doyle Rules is 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Today Junior is 3.
Today,
Yeah.
Junior.
Stay here as long as you can is 2.
That's more visual than a quote. I feel.
I don't think
Yeah.
that counts. Yeah. And I'll turn this damn bus around as number 1 according to Screen Rant. But I feel like their list is flawed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Where is it? Peter
I think you're
scared.
scared.
Miles Davis.
Yeah, I think you're
That
scaring
wasn't on
us.
the list?
You're scaring us, lady, is 1, I think.
You're scaring us, lady.
You're scaring us, lady.
Sloppy,
I know
seriously,
how you
sloppy
like 'em,
Joe's.
extra sloppy.
Extra sloppy, maybe. No, but like,
Wow.
like I'm extra sloppy.
Or
The
you
principal,
blew it not being on this is
You
weird.
blew it. Yeah, that
Mid
should
High
be up
principal.
there.
If there's any attempt for either contestant to cheat, especially with my wife,
Yes.
is a dirty, dirty tramp, I'm just gonna snap. Do I make myself clear?
Because he delivers a very straight face too.
You know what? When I watched this, I immediately went and watched Happy Gilmore. I started watching it. I didn't finish it yet, but I immediately flipped over to Happy Gilmore and started watching that for some reason. And that's a much better movie, I think.
Well, I
Yeah.
haven't watched it in a while, but it might be.
I think it's a better movie, but I didn't finish it yet. But all
Let me
right,
see. Let me see what Happy Gilmore is on here on Letterboxd. If Billy Madison is a 3 even, let's see what
It was until you bumped it up.
Happy Gilmore is at 3.2.
Okay.
Oh, so they're very close.
Yes.
Gilmore's definitely better though.
Hey, pieces of shit like you for breakfast. Oh,
You pieces of shit.
for breakfast?
The price is wrong, Bob.
Yeah, there's a lot there in that one too.
Shit for
Who would
breakfast?
you rather bone, Meg Ryan or Jack Nicholson?
Oh, yeah.
Jack Nicholson now or 1974? 74.
That's from Billy Madison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Meg Ryan.
It made me want to have a pickle race. That's for sure. When they have that pickle race.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That was funny. All right. Billy Madison. It does hold up after all
Yes.
after all that.
For the most part, yeah.
Much better than Hubie Halloween.
Holds up to our 10-year-old brains. All right. So we're doing RoboCop next. Who's the wrestler in RoboCop? Oh, RoboCop is the wrestler.
RoboCop.
I forgot about that joke.
RoboCop.
WCW wrestler.
I forgot. WCW wrestler RoboCop counts as a wrestler.
Maybe I'll have you guys watch that match too, the RoboCop match.
I would rather you didn't.
Why not?
Do you remember it?
Did we
No.
watch that before?
No, we haven't, which
Yeah, we
made me
have.
want to watch that entire pay-per-view and see what the hell happened on that
It's
thing.
him and Sting. We have seen it.
No, absolutely not. We haven't seen RoboCop and Sting.
Yes, we have.
Why is
Yes,
the RoboCop
Do you think
there?
RoboCop's turned on Sting?
if Sting just let him out of
And
And then he just shot him.
He shot him in the back of the head.
like, you dummy Sting.
You idiot, Sting. Why would you trust RoboCop?
Just so you know, this movie is
Uh.
so violent.
Yeah, I saw this as a kid, and it was not okay.
So
Just the way he becomes RoboCop is very violent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so screwed up by this movie. Did I say that on the show last time? I forget.
yeah.
I was so messed up by RoboCop dying, or whatever his name was dying in the beginning. Oh,
Well, don't spoil it. We got to talk about it next week.
right. All right. RoboCop coming off. That's it. This is over. Peace out.
See ya.